Fala galera! Como é que vocês estão? 2021, 2000. Primeira série sendo gravada em 2021. Ó. Seguinte. Já estão platinados. Estão platinados os Valhallas do PS4 e do PS5, tá? Platinei nas duas plataformas. Não, quando você faz a transferência lá de save, ele não dá todos os troféus, inclusive o de fazer todos as regiões, que é o mais difícil. Mas enfim, tá platinado aí. Depois eu mostro pra vocês. Inclusive tem a foto lá na comunidade. E hoje, rapaziada, eu quero iniciar Hellblade Senua'S Sacrifice. Esse jogo aqui ele já saiu há um bom tempo. Quando ele saiu, eu fiquei de jogá-lo, aí depois eu comecei a jogar outras coisas e acabei que não joguei. Eu tava passando na minha biblioteca de jogos e eu vi ele aqui. Eu falei, olha, é um bom jogo, e até pra fazer a platina dele também, né? E eu não joguei, não sei nada do jogo, absolutamente nada, não sei como joga, não sei da história, não sei de nada. E nós vamos descobrir tudo aqui agora, tá? A única coisa que eu tenho aqui é um guiazinho de coletável, tá? Que eu vou deixando aqui enquanto a gente vai jogando, pra gente já pegar todos os coletáveis na primeira jogada, tá bom? É importante que vocês saibam, eu não sei, aliás, né, se esse jogo tem troféu de dificuldade, eu acho que não. Tem uma apresentação aqui. Warning. Ah, tá. Recomendou depois que concluiu o Hellblade. Então vamos lá. Iniciar o jogo e vamos ver, galera, do que se trata esse game aqui. Vamos ver se eu fiz mal, se eu fiz bem, não ter jogado ele há um tempo atrás. E eu espero que vocês curtam aí mais uma série que não joguei. Ai. Canal aí que joga games. E vamos lá, vamos curtir.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You are safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close, so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she feel you coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I can feel you coming. Quiet.
Tá.
How rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy.
Tô jogando no Play 5, tá, galera?
That's not quite true.
Desativar essa merda do
Some
WhatsApp.
are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? It's in hell high.
Look, up ahead. You see it too?
You promised you gave.
Yes. It is real after all.
Hell.
She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
Gavin Costello. Estrutura lá atrás. Eu pensei que o jogo rodava 60, mano. Quer dizer, não sei, né? Vamos ver.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest. You can't do this. Go back, go back.
They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
They're watching.
Stop. Can you feel them watching?
They're watching her. They're watching her.
You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
Isso tudo é a mente dela funcionando? Ou é alguém contando a história dela? Acho que é a mente dela, isso, né? Bom, galera, tá mostrando as legendas, né? Então não precisa eu...
I think she's brave to go on this journey on her own. But it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua'S fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us.
Caraca, velho, as expressões faciais são incríveis.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Bom, aqui inicia o jogo, né? Realmente não tá 60 FPS. Eu pensei que estava, acho que só tá no PC, né? Também eu tô jogando no PS5, mas é o port de PS4. Mas olha, graficamente realmente é bonito, cara. É realmente bonito o jogo. As expressões faciais também são bem bacanas.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea, and find a road that leads north and down through deep dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of
Bom,
Knives.
vocês sabem que é meu tema preferido, né? O tema nórdico, o tema de viking. Então tem tudo pra me ganhar. Acabou? Acho que é isso aí. Vamos lá. Extremamente bonito, hein? Eu não sei nada desse jogo. De fato, eu não sei nada. Eu não sei do que é, eu não sei o que é. Não sei nada. Legal, né, cara? Depois de tanto tempo eu vou jogar um jogo assim. Não tenho spoiler, não tenho nada, não sei de nada. Claro que eu não vou ver comentário até eu finalizar o jogo, né? Recomendo vocês também não ficarem lendo. Sempre tem um idiota, né? É a mente dela mesmo, né? Ah, essa é a estrutura que a gente estava vendo lá.
The old fool was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you? I hear you.
He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
They're called
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Tá. Nossa, as expressões dela são muito marcantes, cara. Pelo menos na cutscene, né? Não sei aqui em game. Não consigo parar pra olhar a cara dela, ela vira. Olha pra aqui, ó, filha da puta. Bom.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead.
Posso vir aqui? Se pá que posso, hein?
This in Helheim. His soul
Não tem nada.
lives. She needs to save his soul. She wants his soul to be at peace. She needs to lay him to rest. He's already dead. She can save him. There's nothing she can do. She thinks she's going to save him. She's not going to save him. She'll never make it to hell.
The bridge to Helheim.
Where are we?
I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it.
Isso aqui tem no God of War.
So easy to forget.
Só que não é assim, né? Cara, muito louco aquela parte
There was a hidden path up to it.
do Kratos 4.
Let's see, shall we?
Coçar o olho aqui, peraí, gente. Outro coletável aqui. Isso aqui são os coletáveis, né?
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Caralho. Esses aqui meio que não tem como perder, né, mano? Se tem alguma coisa pra cá? Acho que é ali mesmo que a gente tem que subir.
She has to climb. Senua, what's up there? Climb up there. Look down. Don't look down. That's it. That's the way. Get down.
What's she waiting for?
Down.
Turn around. Why did she do that?
She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now. No, this is it. The hidden path. He's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
Around you now.
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Caramba, velho, as expressões é um bagulho assustador, cara.
I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Focus. I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
She needs to look closer. Focus. He's not there.
Será que é alguma coisa por aí? Tá. Pô, no F... Bom. Tá. Beleza, não tem problema. Pô, mas galera... Bom, isso só prova que eu não joguei, tá? E, cara, é muito legal eu não ter jogado, porque aí, ó, que legal aprender o bagulho sozinho. Mas, mano... Você ter que interligar aqui com a parede, claro, agora fica meio óbvio, né? Mas pra quem já sabia, beleza, mas não é tão óbvio não, porque tu mira ali, aí minha ideia, o que eu tava achando? Que eu tinha essa silhueta aqui, eu tinha que encaixar ali, ó. Mas não, aparentemente é aqui, ó. Se os outros for assim, beleza, né? Tá bom.
Look towards the gate.
Aí o portão se abrirá. Agora tá tudo azul.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
It worked.
Pequeno contratempo aí. Acontece nas melhores famílias, né? E dos burros que nem eu também. Me
I spent
desculpem.
6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you
Oh.
to make that
Calma aí, filha.
little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Mais uma pedra com runa.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela
Não precisa ficar aqui, né?
dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed,
Descer ali.
and with her you must bargain.
A ponte. Os mortos atravessam aí, ó. Rapaz, a OLED agora fica escura, hein? Eita caceta. Realismo.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Opa! Caralho! Nossa. Pera. Nossa, o jogo não ensina nada não, velho. Peraí. Meu... Caralho! Eu não esperava que fosse ter combate! Gostei. Ficou interessante. Caralho, 2. E agora? Não dá. Tem como acender a... Ou eu tinha que morrer mesmo? Tá, eu tinha que morrer. Estourou a pupila.
A vision of what's to come.
Ih, cara, a gente é doido, velho. Essa é real, a gente é louquinho da vida.
The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, Until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
A podridão da escuridão crescerá cada vez e eu não li o resto. A missão acaba. Ah, tá. Tá. É basicamente... E todo o progresso será perdido. Caralho. Mas eu acho que a nossa missão é não deixar a personagem ficar louca mesmo, né? Ela não perder a sanidade.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Quero entender esse crânio aí.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt. And the
Deus do
god of illusion,
fogo.
Valravn. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Tá. São dois deuses? Cadê o outro portão? Tá. São dois portões. Mas tem outro bagulho aqui pra pegar.
She has to fight two gods.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. Bet you weren't expecting that.
Tá. Aqui por ali mesmo? Não dá pra abrir as portas ainda?
Valravn, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravn and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened.
Que louco, velho. Caralho. Vamos lá.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice, Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife.
Nada
And
aqui
they
também.
had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
the door. No, it's not. Push it. Push it down. It will happen. Come on. Idiot. Come on. Push it. He did it. He did it. He did it.
Portal, será? Acho que não tá funcionando ainda, né?
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Será que isso aqui é uma porta de ilusão? Não. É uma porta real. Bom, ele disse pra eu não acreditar no que eu vejo. Será que é lá no portal agora, mano? Esse aqui é o deus da ilusão, né? Abrem. Olha só! Que da hora, mano! Que louco!
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there. Senua never could close her eyes, however hard she tried, begged.
Ixi, fechou o tempo, hein?
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it.
Cara, não deixei passar nada não, né, mano?
Too.
Espero que não. É ele? Não, acho que é só um capangão, né?
Remember your training. Finish this. End it now.
Cara, eu tô apertando, mano. É que eu tô confundindo os botões de esquivar, velho. Ó, 170 horas no Valhalla me deixou meio bugado. Ai!
Defend yourself.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Alinhar os corvos. Tá. O que é isso aqui, mano? Será que é sombra de novo? Tá parecendo que é isso aqui, mano. Opa, pera aí. Ah, tá. Ó, que louco, mano.
Break the seal. Align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Será que é aqui por cima?
Something's shifted. Something's
Louco.
Something huge shifted. Can you feel it?
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
Aqui acho que não tá mudando nada, hein? Eu acho que esse portal aqui não tá funcionando no momento. Tá pendente.
Another gate.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. To open. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen, listen. Don't. Open. You can do it. Don't touch it. Step back. Come on.
To break the seal, Align the ravens with the mark of Valra.
É, deve ser lá agora. Será que vai ativar?
Which ravens?
Where are they?
Can't you see them? She can't see them.
Look around. Look around. Try to find the ravens.
Line up the ravens.
Line them up. He said to line them up.
Aqui não é. Eu acho que eu tenho que olhar de lá e aí eu vou ter um modo de subir ali. Porque tá destruído. Vamos ver. Ah, agora ativou. Agora ativou. Vamos ver. Ué. Ah, moleque. Olha que louco. Vamos lá. Acho que vai estar inteiro o caminho pra lá agora, né?
Mother of it. Challenge me!
He's gone. He disappeared.
Where did he go?
You lost him.
Where is he?
It's all your fault.
Raven song.
Listen, focus. Listen.
You need to focus.
Focus.
Cara, muito louco esses portais, né? Sei que dá uma tonturinha de vez em quando, galera, que eu gosto de olhar todos os locais, cara.
Fight me!
Is she lost?
Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits.
It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt.
Some, like Truth, become Gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua,
To purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
Doideira, hein? Aqui tá aberto, aqui tá fechado. Outro coletável aí.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea.
Como eu vou chegar lá?
They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's Greek curving eyebrows as walls.
Ah,
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get up? It must be.
tá. Passamos por aqui. Agora.
Raven's tricking her. Raven. How can she get up? Bait.
Tá, a gente tá dentro do portal
Magic draws her closer.
que tem a escada ali. Agora, teoricamente, é pra gente conseguir subir.
It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
I hear something.
If you hear the song of Raven, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
Não deixei nada pra trás, não. Espero.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat,
She can't go in there.
it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Raven, he's there. Has to find another route.
Truth says there's always another route.
Find a way through. Go round. Find your own path. There's a different way.
Da puta, que susto. Opa! Ah, eu apertei na hora, velho.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry, and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything, turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic. There was a very wise being named Mimir,
Mimir.
who guarded the waters of wisdom which flow from the roots of the world tree. Odin wished to drink from this spring, but he had to pay a price. So he gouged out his own eye as offering to Mimir. He drank from the well and traded one way of seeing.
E agora? São muitos caminhos. Acho que ali pra baixo não ia dar em nada, hein?
The song. Valravan's song. It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's 2. Listen, focus. Listen.
It's magic. It's magic. It's magic. She's been in the forest like this before.
This reminds her
Of somewhere.
the forest.
Where?
Which forest?
Forest in the wild.
The wilds.
She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wild?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness. Did she beat her darkness?
Vamos lá.
It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd
She'd
be
be
dead.
dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But it didn't work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped her.
Rapaz. Onde é que eu tô me enfiando?
The Northmen say that Odin has two ravens. Their names are Thought and Memory, and each day he sends them out to fly all across the world. Upon their return, they perch on his shoulders and tell him everything they have seen and heard. In this way, he learns of things far and wide, and for this reason, he is called the Raven God. Senua, like Odin, you must seek wisdom through thought and memory. If you are to succeed in this.
Go to him.
É, rapaziada, o bagulho aqui é meio tenso. Mas vamos lá. Ó, aqui a gente abriu ali. Tem algum local que a gente tem que acessar lá no canto na esquerda. Eu não acessei ainda. Tá vendo lá, ó? Tem bagulho pra lá, eu não fui ainda. Será que eu passei por aquele portal lá? Talvez era... Eu acho... Pera. Eu acho que aquele portal lá de cima... Eu não sei, eu posso ter bagunçado tudo já, tá ligado? Então, vamos fazer o seguinte, ó. Vamos passar aqui de... vamos passar aqui de novo. Vamos fechar isso aqui. É o poder da ilusão. Vamos vir pra cá. Vamos subir. Aí. Beleza. Vamos lá no canto ver se mudou alguma coisa agora. Porque não tem como acessar lá, cara. Tem que ter um lugar pra acessar. Olha lá, as pontes é tudo em pé. Eu tenho que abaixar aquelas pontes. Eu não sei como que eu faço pra acessar lá. Cara, que doideira, mano. Será que se eu encostar na porta lá... Devo confessar que tô perdidão. Olha aqui, velho. Era esse portal maldito. Olha aqui, rapaziada, ó. Caralho, mano. Ó. Aqui, o bagulho tá lá pra eu atravessar. Pra cá, não. Maldito portal. Agora acho que a gente consegue atravessar pra lá, ó. Rapaz. E eu nem... Porque geralmente os portaizinhos... São redondinhos, aquele ali só tá o varal ali, ó. Se bem que tem o bagulho, o crânio brilhando ali, né? Dei mole. Tá. Bom, aqui não tem o que fazer. Tá.
The ravens. They were gone. No. There's still three. There's three. There's three. Where have they gone? Where have they gone? She did it. What does it mean?
Looking back, I was so naive to think.
Só ficou os corvos certos agora, é isso? Acho que é, né?
The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the glow, the smallest hints of shape, sound, form, grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Será que é isso, mano? Acho que só ficaram os três que... Ou não, né? Porra nenhuma. Rapaz do céu. Será que era só ter olhado de lá? E eu dei mole? Vamos lá ver. Eu acho que tá certo já, mano. Certo. Ah, isso aí. Rapaz.
The gate is open. Open.
Beleza.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet.
It will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Delia before her time comes?
Os puzzlezinhos só dá trabalho a primeira vez, né, cara? Depois você joga várias vezes, tipo Resident. Vai tudo de primeira. De novo?
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua.
Ilusão final.
You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Quanta ilusão, quanto puzzle. Tá, aqui não mudou nada.
Speak to me, Drew. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called
E
Findan.
agora, mano?
The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed.
Não sei mesmo, mano.
But he escaped.
Voltar lá pra ver o que tem.
Sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. When he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan? Burnt
Caralho, e
away that
agora,
day.
velho?
But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark
O
times.
bagulho tem um ninho aqui, né, mano? Bom, mano, vou passar por lá, cara. Foda-se. Eu acho que só dá pra ir por lá por enquanto. Mas que não muda nada, né, cara? Isso que é foda. Aquilo lá abre algum caminho, mano? Pode ser que eu tenha que passar por lá, e aí ali onde tava bloqueado, não vai mais estar bloqueado, tá ligado? Ah, é isso mesmo, rapaziada. Ó, não tinha visto isso. É porque não tava mudando nada, né? Aqui perto. Só que tava mudando lá atrás, ó. É, o rei da ilusão, rapaz. Eu caí no conto do vigário, no conto do trader. Ah, claro que eu não vou conseguir vir aqui, né? Acho que eu vou ter que passar agora naquele portal ali. Só consigo abaixar essa ponte? Não. Ah, vou ter que passar naquele portal ali, que provavelmente vai sumir aquele galho ali. Não, o galho continua lá. Só que aqui tem essa passagem. Caralho, meu irmão. Tá, vamos abaixar aqui. Ok. Se pá. Se pá. Agora eu tenho que passar lá naquele de novo. Ou não, pera. Tá. Ok. Era por aqui. Não precisava sumir com o galho. Calma. Senua. Oh. Na paz de Deus. Sem caô. Isso, querida. Espetáculo.
Broke. The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me. I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, strike solid nowhere.
throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
and she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you. I see you now. You led me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
Caralho, velho, é um bagulho muito psicológico. Oh. Pô, 2 golpes é foda.
People die.
You're close. They've surrounded you.
She's not strong enough. You're winning.
Morri? Tá. Dei muito mole mesmo. Vamos lá. Eita porra, não esperava isso não. Caralho, morri de novo, vamos lá. Olha só, não, voltei. Nossa, eu poderia ter voltado aquela hora, velho. Tá. Eita, essa eu não tava esperando. Porra, esse é difícil demais. Agora já era.
She's hurt. She won't make it. She's injured. Better fight. Don't give up. Don't give up.
O bicho não morre. Ah, não, 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 não. Levanta, 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 levanta. Levanta, levanta, levanta.
It's not over. It's not over.
Ah, esse bicho não morre, velho. Que é isso? Desgraça, né, velho? Aí é foda. Ah, levanta.
He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike him.
Volta, vida. Isso.
Finish this. End it now. He's gone. There are too many of them. Find your position.
Porra, 3 é foda, hein?
Too slow. Close. She's so weak. She's so weak.
Bom, isso aqui eu não consigo matar, né?
Focus now. Can't do it.
Eu não consigo focar, velho. Não deu tempo.
It's the only way. Get up quick.
Calma.
You can do this. Focus. Focus.
Ah, tá. Ah, vai se lascar, mano.
Focus is coming back. Focus! Focus! Focus!
Aí é foda. Levanta, filha, levanta.
Focus now.
No one cares.
No, focus is building. You're stronger than
Focus.
Deus me livre.
Beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time.
The mark of Valravan, one of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Doideira, hein? Doideira.